Amen.
You know, one thing about President Reuben Roberts, he won't pull you in without putting you to work. I didn't sign up for this, so we're going to have a good time together. This is my first time emceeing a political event. With that said, my name is Stephen Hunter Johnson. I serve as the president of the Black Men of South Florida. I am not alone, if only because I got at least one other member. Yeah, I'm calling you out. One other member here in the room, Mr. Christopher Benjamin. The purpose of the 100 Black Men of South Florida is to generally advance the lives of Black people here in America. We do that primarily through mentoring our youth. We realize that mentoring our youth leads to raising strong men who lead productive lives and contribute to their community in the ways that men are supposed to contribute to their community, by being the protectors and the providers and the supporters of their community across the board. So that's what we raise our mentees to do, and that's what we strive to do, each and every one of us, every day. As part of that, we have our Real Men Vote campaign. It's important that in order to be a productive and contributing member of society, one contributes both economically and socially, but also politically to what's going on. That one partakes and participates actively in the community, and that active participation also includes being politically aware, astute, having values, and exercising the franchise that organizations like the NAACP have fought so strongly for so long for us to achieve. With that said, Ruben doesn't leave anything to chance, so I have a whole script that I'll probably go off from time to time. But in all honesty and in all seriousness, we have an amazing group of panelists here to converse with you today and provide insight into the key issues affecting our community. I would like to ask for everyone to turn off their phones or put it on silent so that during the discussion, we can be uninterrupted. If you have to take a phone call, please do so by stepping outside. This evening we'll have two panels. The first panel will address educational opportunities in both lower and higher education, as well as gun violence in our communities, because the two are interwoven and interlinked. The education of our children is not successful if they are dealing with violence in the community that prohibits and serves as an obstacle for them learning all that they should. After that, we will have a 10-minute break. For this panel, we will have a question and answer segment where we welcome and invite your input. What that means is everyone's been given a card. You have a very esteemed panel that I'll be able to introduce in a second. Take the time and ask a question. It doesn't matter what the question is. The people on this panel can provide insight and exposure to opinions and thoughts that you may not have considered. True story, when I started as the president of the 100 Black Men in South Florida, I had a version and a vision of police officers that I changed, having come in contact with police executives like Director Patterson and like Chief Moffitt, who showed me that there's another side to the coin. So in education and bettering yourself, you have to hear the other side so that you can come to the best decision and modify your views as necessary. With that said, moderating our first panel, because it won't be me, because I signed up for work, but not that much work, I'd like to introduce Ms. Daniela Pierre. Ms. Pierre is the Vice President of the Miami-Dade College chapter of the Association of Florida Colleges. She proudly serves as an academic and career advisor at the North Campus, which is here. Ms. Pierre is committed and invested in the success of all students. She holds a master's degree in management from Florida International University, and in her spare time, she enjoys singing. Be nice, she may do that. Being a change maker and a freedom fighter for the greater good of all. In addition, I'd like to introduce the members of our panel who are esteemed enough that they will introduce themselves after Ms. Pierre comes up here and starts